Hey guys, welcome to today's installment of EAP TV. Today I am answering a question that I got from our friend James Larson in the Beat Zillow group. I'm going to have a link to his website as well as his Facebook page right down below. He basically wanted to know whether or not he should be focusing on marketing his personal brand or his business brand. And I am going to argue for the personal brand as well as lay out a 3-step process for putting your personal brand on full blast. All of that coming up.
Never fear, follow every dream when clouds appear.
All right, so James asks, Kelvin, should I focus on my personal brand or my business brand, and will I have trouble transitioning into business brand later? I'm worried that there may be a disconnect between personal brand and my website. And I really do think that's a great question, James. So I think focusing on your personal brand, especially to start out, I know you mentioned in the comment section there on Beat Zillow that you were going to transition into a team, but for right now, when it's just you and you're more towards the early stages of this, I think a personal brand is much easier to start with. And I do think it's actually pretty easy to transition from personal brand into business brand. There's a lot of flexibility with marketing the personal side of your brand. And I know you have Blue Light Real Estate, and I suggested actually marketing it as James Larson Blue Light Real Estate. And from there, you can actually transition into the team dynamic of your business quite easily. The reason that I suggest focusing on personal is, first of all, like I said, it's flexible, but also a lot of the early stages of your business is going to come from the more immediate and personal sphere of influence that you have. Friends, family, relatives, things like that. So focusing more on the personal side of things, I think, is going to help you network and establish clients much quicker. I also think the personal side of who you are is very important to the people who are considering using you as their agent. Another reason I think the personal brand is so important is because this is a very big stage in somebody's life. This is a very big decision that they're making, and actually knowing the person that's going to be handling that decision is very important, I would say. It is for me anyway. I don't know, maybe some of you out there may have come across people where it's just they want to focus on the company that's going to handle the transaction for them and get it done. But I think people want to know the person that they're going to be working with, especially because this type of process takes a length of time usually. And I think knowing the individual you're going to be working with on a more personal level as opposed to just knowing their business is very helpful. Now, the other part of your question that had to do with the disconnect between your website and your personal branding on social media and things like that, I don't think that's an issue. I think as long as you're the one creating the content back on your website can have a decent focus on Blue Light, on your business itself. The content itself can be all unique to you, and that's going to be what you're putting out towards social media, that you're putting out on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you're using. And I think the balance of the two, people getting back to your website, I don't think there's going to be an issue with the fact that you've been marketing personally through social media and there's more of a business presence on your website. I do think there's a way to balance out the personal and business presence on your website as well. I think, for instance, on your lead site, you do have all the pop-ups, have your picture. There is a big focus, I think, on you personally, and incorporating more elements like video is going to give you more face time with the audience that browses their way onto your website. I think back on your website, it's going to be about marrying the two together and balancing out your personal and business promotion. But the content that you're creating on the website is unique to you, the blogging that you're doing, the videos that you're making, and that's all what's going to be distributed through social media. And anybody outside of your immediate sphere of influence is going to be seeing that, and they're going to get to know you and relate to you before they actually see the business brand on your website. So I do still think that personal should take the highlight of your focus in terms of marketing, and then business should be important, but take a back seat to the personal side. So step one to actually seeing success with marketing your personal brand, you need to have a goal. Just with any type of marketing endeavor, I'm very, very picky when it comes to having a specific goal in mind. So what I would suggest doing is decide what you want people to be saying about you, what you want them to say about you to other people that you could potentially work with. Now, this can be somewhat generic. I would obviously make it positive, and this can manifest itself through testimonials, reviews. You can get proof of the success you've had marketing your personal brand via those testimonials or reviews that you're collecting online. Now that you've written down and established what you want people to be saying about you, it's time to go about actually accomplishing that goal. And what I would suggest is actually picking 3 very specific, non-mainstream ways about reaching out to people and actually accomplishing your first goal. One very specific thing that you could do that I guarantee you probably don't see other agents doing is creating a unique 10 to 15 second video, and actually reaching out to people on Twitter. Twitter's a great way to actually directly reach somebody, and it's much more open and casual than like a direct message on Facebook. So create a 10 to 15 second video, find a question that somebody might have asked on Twitter that has to do with home values or winterproofing your home or anything related that you might be able to find a way to segue into the conversation, and then answer it with a quick 10 to 15 second video. That's something that I guarantee nobody else out there is doing, and that's just another way that you can uniquely separate yourself as well as start establishing your personal brand. And the final stage to this 3-step process is just putting your personal brand on full blast. Mention it everywhere you can until people are sick and tired of hearing it. In the videos, mention it in the blog content, put it throughout your website, put it on your collateral. Find a way to market and mention your personal brand in just about every outlet of your business. So just a quick recap, that was: first, decide what you want people to be saying about you. Second, pick at least 3 non-traditional ways of actually marketing your personal brand and do that consistently. Third, put your personal brand on full blast, market it, discuss it, promote it everywhere. All right, guys, James, thank you so much for the wonderful question. Again, if you guys want to connect with James, I'm going to have his website as well as his Facebook right down below. Go ahead and connect, reach out to him. The guy's got a lot of really cool stuff going on. If you guys have any other specific questions, leave them down below in the comments section or shoot me a tweet. I don't care. I love answering the questions here on video. It always makes this quite enjoyable. So you guys have a great day, and be on the lookout for another video that we have in the works coming out with Contactually. So that's going to be out soon. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye.
And I thought you were ready to give up.